In this video I'll be telling you what K-means algorithm is. So K-means algorithm is a clustering algorithm, and it's mostly used in separating several data based on their characteristics. So for example, let's say we have a social media where you need to separate people based on their gender and the place they live in. So K-means algorithm can be highly useful where you collect all these datas and you separate them based on their gender and the place they live in. So for example, a female from India and a male from America, so these two people are definitely separate. So K-means algorithm makes sure that you can separate them based on this algorithm. Well, this is just an example, so it won't be this simple, but just to make you understand the point. This video is definitely an introduction for K-means algorithm. If you already know what this algorithm is, then I will be updating a few more videos based on this algorithm very soon on my channel. But currently I'm just going to explain what the underlying principle behind this algorithm or how this algorithm works right now. So in the first image we have these various dots. So what these dots do, what these dots are, they are nothing but datas. So there are several datas plotted in a graph format, and these datas have certain values to it. So now the next step in what we are going to do is we have these 2 points. So one is this one and one is this one, right? So what these points are, they are called as cluster centroids. So cluster centroids are just points based on how many clusters you want to separate these values as. So we have two cluster centroids here. So one is red colored and one is blue colored. Let's say in this example we need to separate them as two clusters. So we are using two cluster centroids. So if you want these datas to be separated as 5 clusters, then you may have like several colors like red, blue, green, orange, red, black. So any color, any different colors centroids are used. So what are these going to do? These are going to separate based on their mean position in the graph. So we have already set 2 points here. Now once we have already set these 2 points, the nearest points to the blue one and the red one are going to be highlighted. So the points nearest to the blue one, so this is nearest to the blue, this one, and then these, the whole blue colored bunch, because they are near to the cluster centroid. But let's say you want to separate them as red, so the nearest ones to the red one are automatically selected. So these are red colored datas which are now temporarily clustered as red and blue. So the next one is your these cluster centroids, they were right here, right? But now these cluster centroids are here. How did they come from here to here and here to here? So what we have done is we already had two clusters formed, right? But they contain different colors. So what we have to do is these values which were contained as clusters here were based on these 2 points, the red color cluster centroid and the blue color cluster centroid. So whatever was near red was contained as red colored, and whatever was near blue color was made as blue cluster. So what we have done is we have bought these 2 cluster centroids near their clusters. So what they do is now they attract whatever is near the new cluster centroid. So this whole red will also turn into blue like this one, and this red color will also bring in this blue color and this blue color. So this is now a new cluster, and this is now a new cluster. After a point of time, when you keep iterating these cluster centroids, they will stay in the same position, because now all these clusters have been separated, and I mean segregated, and these clusters need not be changed anymore, because now they are fixed and they know that this is the cluster the data needs to belong, because the cluster centroids are the nearest to them. Now since now why can't these blue cluster centroids come into red? Because blue is much nearer to them than the red one, so automatically these datas will be a part of blue colored cluster centroid, and this will be a red color cluster centroid. So now for a fact we know that this is this cluster, and then this is a cluster. So this is how k-means clustering works. I will be telling you more about the calculations and how to implement them very soon. However, this was just an example, a very simple example to make you understand. I have not even given a real life example. This is just a concept which I am trying to explain here. So I'll be telling you what are the applications of these k-means clustering. So coming to the applications of k-means clustering, it can be used for social media segregation, as I told before. It can be used for let's say search engine segregation. So for example, a set of data what people usually search for can be easily obtained using this algorithm, and it can also be used in market segmentation. So various data, various types of data can be segregated based on what the customer really needs, and it can be useful for both the customer and the company as well, to segregate the market in such a way that it's beneficiary for both the parties. And it can be used in detecting astronomical data. So several stars across the space can be segregated based on their properties, and the list keeps going on. So these were certain examples of where k-means algorithm can be used, and I'll be uploading the calculation and the implementation of k-means algorithm very soon on my channel, so stay tuned. All the best.